You've heard of Thanksgiving, maybe even Thanksgiving 2, but have you tried Thanksgiving 3?
Dan?
Thanksgiving Dan. Have you tried Dansgiving? It's great. It's Thanksgiving, but Dan's there. It's my favorite holiday. It occurs just a few days after Thanksgiving when Dan gets back into town from his Thanksgiving and joins you for Thanksgiving leftovers. Hello and welcome to Sunday.
You haven't even filmed anything else yet?
Nope.
Clearly you had an exciting day.
Yeah, this is actually the most excitement that we've had all day, is just getting a chance to eat this food again.
What is it, bud? Was you a good kitty cat? Huh?
If my lap is free, you can almost always expect to find Kepler jumping into it. Now that Thanksgiving 3 is completed, Thanksgiving is actually completed, because even though it's taken some time, we have finally cut through the 20 Tupperware of assorted sizes, shapes, and colors that made up the Thanksgiving meal. And now it's down to just one microwavable plate that presumably my father will eat tomorrow at lunch. And I gotta say, thank you, Dan and Lindsay. I sincerely appreciate it. I love them. I love them, not only because they're our friends, but also because they help us eat giant meals like this. My mom cooks for 20 people. And I've tried to get her to cook less over the years, and honestly, she actually has. She used to cook even more. I know it's hard to believe, but she did. She's gotten it down to 20, and I've tried for the last few years to get her to cut it down, even further, and she just doesn't. It just always comes out as if it's for 20 people. And there's been many years that we've been eating Thanksgiving leftovers or Christmas leftovers or whatever for a week, like every single day for a week. And don't get me wrong, I love Thanksgiving, but eating it for an entire week is crazy. So it's really nice that Dan and Lindsay are around and we could be like, hey, you want to eat Thanksgiving? And they're like, yeah. And then we can take care of it. So yeah, now it's gone. Thanksgiving is officially over. It's been going for a while, but now it has come to an end. One of the problems that we had today, and we've been having over the past few weeks, is that you may recall that we fixed our sleep schedule in a big way. And I wouldn't even call it a sleep schedule change. I'd call it a lifestyle change, where we decided that we were going to, start going to bed at 11 and waking up at 7. And we've done a really great job sticking to that. The problem has been Saturdays. Because on Saturday, it's when we get everyone together online and we record Steven and Friends. Not only that, but a lot of times afterwards we'll just sit around and talk for a good long while, because that's also kind of our social time. I mean, Mal and I have each other. We see our parents, we see Dan and Lindsay, but certainly not every day, maybe once a week. And getting a chance to talk to them and everyone else online it's our social activity. So we end up staying up late usually on Saturdays, and it kind of wrecks things a little bit. And we fix it. We go back and we fix it. It's kind of a pain. You are used to waking up really early, but sometime between 7 and 8 in the morning, and you're like, yeah, doing good. Then you stay up super late on Saturday, and at that point it's kind of wrecked, and you're like, all right. And then you basically get to bed an hour earlier every single night until you're back to where you were. But by that point, you're almost to Saturday, and then it kind of resumes. So I don't know what the solution really is. We do our recordings on Saturdays at 10 p.m. That seems to be a good time for everyone, and it might seem kind of late, but we also have people on the West Coast that occasionally join us, and it's really early for them because it's 7 p.m. So the time works well. What we may need to do is just, if we record until midnight, maybe 12:30 or 1, we might need to just kind of cut it off there. I like sitting around and talking to everyone, but we might have to limit that a little bit, because some nights we get in bed pretty late, and then it takes the entire week to fix it. Because even if you tell yourself, even if you're like, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow at this time, you're not. You're totally not. Your body is already used to being up a set amount of time, and it's going to put you in bed at a late time. So you can't even really plan it. It just kind of has to naturally occur, usually in hour increments. An hour sooner in bed every single night until it's fixed. So That's what we're doing tonight. It's late tonight, but it's not as late as it was last night. Are you comfy, bud? You keep moving around. I'm not giving you a whole lot of space, am I? I'm sorry. Well, I'm going to be getting up soon and going to bed, so you'll have to deal with sleeping somewhere else. Thanks for watching, and as always, let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?